Elizondo, are you going to work for the administration?
Can I buy a vowel, Chris?
You know you want to know, Tracy. You know you want to know, too. Don't pretend like you're just waiting your turn. Look, there's been a lot of talk, and I got to tell you, Luis, it buoys the spirits of many, me included. You know what you're talking about. Your service record is impeccable. You care, and I've heard they're asking you. Is there anything that you can share at this point? And don't pretend you have a communication problem and that you can't get the signal straight.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Chris.
Yeah, see, I knew it.
I've always made it very clear that my loyalty is to the United States government and to the American people. If my country asks me to put my boots back on and serve, I will do so. I am in the process of making some recommendations to some individuals that hopefully will help add some clarity to not just my old issue, which was UAPs, but now the drone issue. Unfortunately, our government is woefully behind this topic. And as we're seeing now in Ukraine and Russia, drones are being weaponized and used quite effectively as weapons.
You know, and welcome, welcome to GUFON. Wait, hold on. All right. Welcome to GUFON, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is January 7th, Tuesday, the year 2025. There we go. Nope. There it is. So here we are. The drone show continues with a little Elizondo news to throw in the mix. Oh boy, can you imagine if he strapped up his boots again to go to work for the government? In Lou's words, he's always working for the government. When he took that oath to the Constitution to swear and uphold and care and love the country I am living in, it's for life. That's for life. Same with the dirty coppers, Same with presidents, right? Trump's going to be Mr. President from now on, from here to the end. George Bush, if you see him on the street, hey, Mr. President, what? And he would be confused, but then he'll go, oh, yeah, me, I was, right. I thought my daddy was around. So, Elizondo working for the Trump administration, I would have never have known that's a possibility. He's working for the government in some other capacity. Everybody knows. Nobody cares. But that does bring us to tonight's main topic. Do you really care about these drones flying around? You would if they were flying over your home. It would be a big topic for you. It would me. If they were flying over my house tonight or in the vicinity, I'd be like, you guys aren't going to believe this. It would be my ticket to 5 minutes of infamy. I would be ecstatic if the drones paid a visit over here. Of course, it's newsworthy. I don't like this collar anymore. What the hell's going on? It's weird, right? It's like off. Remember in the old days, burlesque shows, and the girls would have their tassels. They still every now and then. Well, I haven't been to a titty bar in over 20 years, but every now and then you'd get the classic girl. She'd come in with the tassels and go, "Remember these days?" Then she'd make one go this way and the other go this way. And then you'd go home and tell your wife about how the stripper made her tassels go too different. I don't know how she did it. And then your wife takes off. I'm sorry. Well, anyway, we're going to talk about what has to happen to gain the public's trust about these drones, these UAP, these UFOs that are flying around. Now, here's something really fun. I forgot all about it. Well, not yes and no, but you know what's really weird? Every January for the last 3 to 4 years, maybe even more, I have to look into it, there's always some sort of drama that's going on in ufology. whether it be the drones or the Peruvian mummies, the Miami aliens from last January. And let's not forget Jaime Maussan's aliens. Look at all the stuff that they're squeaking in, right? Let me give you an example after we do roll call. Who's here tonight? I am itching, and I have got no explanation. It's got to be my laundry detergent. I just switched to Tide. Maybe I'll go back to all temperature. All temperature? That's right. My laundry detergent, all, can handle. I don't use all. You know what I really use? That OxyClean stuff in the yellow container. Wow. I mean, it gets the stink out of a fiber optic cloth. Ready? Who's here tonight? I'd like to see who's here. I'm being weird, I know. Samo, Gufonian, Rockstar, welcome to the show, Mr. Man. Good to see you. Gyro, welcome to the show. Foghorn Leghorn, welcome to this show. Alfie Joe Bob, welcome to the show. Mr. DB Cooper, 7, welcome to this show. Jeanette, the angel of GUFON. Jeanette Angel, welcome to this show. SL, everybody, welcome to the show. Nice to see you. Welcome. David Wilcox, not Wilcock. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Kelly Lewis, welcome to the show. Good to see everybody. Time surfing alien, welcome to the show. Isn't that nice? Samo, we already did that. Welcome anyway again. How you doing, huh? Hey, Donnie. Well, Happy New Year, Mr. Creel. It's been a minute. Very good to see you. Thank you for hanging out. Huh? Brooke is, huh? Is your name different? Brooke is, huh? Welcome to the group. Mr. DK, Derek Kennedy. How you doing, Chief? Chief. I think if we grew up in the same town, we could be good friends. I think we'd be good friends. I don't know why. Zach Diecast Montu. How you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Contrary, 1. Welcome to the group. All right, if I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we do have a lot of show to do, which we always do. But I cannot not say hi to Ben, the Yorkshire Griffonian. Welcome to the show. And Thor Pank. Welcome to the show. And Sky Allen. How to do? Brian Yates, what do you say? All right, if you're sneaking in, that's good. Lead Food. Rich, what do you say there, Chief? Welcome to the show, everybody. Let's get started. Tonight, we put up a goal for Super Chats. I'm just throwing it up there because YouTube said, if you do this, this could happen. So if we get a total of 10 Super Chats, any denomination, I will do a live show. I know I should do it anyway, right? Somewhere per your request in my living area within Florida. Now, if it's going to be more than 2 hours away, then that's going to cost a little bit. So I don't know. You guys think of that. And if we reach the goal, we reach it. If not, I don't care. Welcome to the show because we're trying to make it out to do the live UFO hunt to Pine. You see, I can't go to, Pine Island at night. They close it, you know? So I am thinking, because Pine Island is literally 1.5 miles away from Bayport Pier, I can go to Bayport Pier, and do the same thing. And I wouldn't be missing anything. Now, the cool thing about this is I'm actually a little closer to where they're seeing the lights at Bayport Pier than I would be at Pine Island. But Pine Island, I guess that's where people said they see stuff. It shouldn't matter. I can see Pine Island from Bayport Pier without glasses, without binoculars, without using a drone. You can see it. It's not that far. Like I said, it's only about 1.5 miles away. Somebody's messaging me. What's this? My watch is telling me you need to stretch. What was this? We got a super chat already. Yay! Jar Jar Binks. Got some merchant people cocky. Thanks, Jar Jar. Yeah, that's one. Jar Jar Binks. Throwing it down like it's 1999. Good job, man. Thank you for being a continuing supporter of GUFON, and we only need 9 more. Giddy up. Boom. Alfie Joe Bob throwing down. Hey, I like this. It's working. $2? Yeah. All right. The AJB throwing down. And also a continuing supporter of GUFON. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. You are a continuing supporter of GUFON. Thank you. No, we only need 8 more. Giddy up. See, this could, no time. Well, we got about another hour and 45 minutes, whatever there is a clock on it. Hold on, let me see what it says here. Goal ends in 1 hour and 3 minutes. Oh, that's right. I started it before the show. Okay. All right. Whatever. About 20 after. Oh, so it'll be at 8:20. It'll end at 8:20, which means it's 4:20 somewhere. Let's start the show officially, can we? So Lou Elizondo was being asked, according to him, to maybe help out with the drone situation. That's how I took that. People are calling. They're asking for you, Lou. And Lou's like, He's not really saying anything. Very frustrating. Typical Lou response. Typical. I was shocked to hear this. I got to play it one more time.
Elizondo, are you going to work for the administration?
Can I buy a vowel, Chris?
You know.
Why laugh there? Are you going to work for the administration? Is he laughing because how dare you ask me that I would ever work for the Trump administration? If that's the case, talk about a selfish baby. I got to do it for the greater good, you schmohawk. Well, let's hope Lou has a better head on his shoulders than we think.
You want to know, Tracy? You know you want to know, too. Don't pretend like you're just waiting your turn. Look, there's been a lot of talk, and I got to tell you, Luis,
Bernie,
it buoys the spirits of many, me included. You know what you're talking about. Your service record is impeccable. You care, and I've heard there.
What does his service record have to do with anything? He doesn't care. Remember what he said. Never was interested in UFOs, never cared. Oh, Rich, he could care now. No, he doesn't.
Asking you, is there anything that you can share at this point? And don't pretend you have a communication problem and that you can't get the signal straight.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Chris.
Okay.
I've always made it very clear that my loyalty is to the United States government and to the American people. If my country asks me to put my boots back on and serve, I will do so. I am in the process of making some recommendations to some individuals that hopefully will help add some clarity to not just my old issue, which was UAPs, but now the drone issue. Unfortunately, our government is woefully behind this topic. And as we're seeing now in Ukraine and Russia, drones are being weaponized and used quite effectively as weapons.
Elizondo.
He never answered the question if he's been contacted. All he said was, if my government calls and asks me to strap the boots on for them, yeah, I'll do it. But what I've done was I've made several recommendations to people that I think could further help the situation with this UAP phenomenon. No, we're talking about the drone situation and that too. Lou is a shithead. Plain and simple. Just a shillhead. He's a shillhead. I like that better. I like this too. Bernie Muro throwing down a $2 super duper chat. Man, thank you very much, Bernie, because you are a continuing supporter of GUFON. Thank you very much. 7 more to go. Bernie, grazie. Grazie. All right. And we got plenty of time. No need to rush. No need to rush. Look at this. See? Yeah, Lou, you're not a whistleblower. You're part of the problem. Program. He is. That's what's so funny about that interview. It's like Cuomo doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He's asking Lou a stupid question like that. Are they going to ask you to come play in their reindeer games? If they ask me to strap up my boat. So here's what we've got. I want to explain to you why I am cynical, skeptical, and doubtful that we will ever have disclosure or anything better than what we've seen. This is really going to blow you away because it's the truth. Bottom line. We'll go back a little bit. Jeremy Corbell, when he first started showing us the videos, everybody went, oh, and then immediately a day later we went, oh. He lied or didn't know or is playing stupid that these aren't UFOs, these are flares, bop, bop, bop. And we went through that with Jeremy for quite a while. So we actually got something which equated to absolutely nothing. All we learned was how the government is using Corbell, or Corbell and Knapp are disinfo agents that are showing us what the military once thought were UFOs, but then debunked it, giving Corbell those videos. Looks like they're making an effort to be transparent on the UFO topic. But in all reality, they're giving Jeremy Corbell flares, birds, balloons, drones, satellites, and so on. It's an illusion. That was, of the new era, one of the first things we noticed that was wrong with Corbell and ufology, because people were like, it's amazing. This guy's fantastic. How does he get these connections? Well, they're not, and he isn't, and they aren't. Next, I'm not going in any order that they appeared in, even though Corbell goes back the furthest probably in our recent history of frauds. I go with the mummies. Jaime Maussan's mummies, the Mummy Doomies. I'm sorry, but I can't buy into it. I know there's supposed evidence proving that these are hybrid, mixed human with unknown. When our own universities and our own scientists here in America won't even bother because they know, they hear behind the scenes that it's all bullshit. They know it's a scam. It is a scam. This is, in my opinion, I feel that there is no way the government, any government, our government, wouldn't allow Russia, wouldn't allow, and they'd have a hard time with it, China, France, Italy, any of those places to show the public an alien, even a hybrid. I don't think our government would allow it. If they caught wind of it, like, hey, you know, there's something going on with Jaime Maussan. What do you mean? Well, apparently these Peruvian mummies are real, and they'd be like, no. Well, they wouldn't do it immediately. They'd probably look into it and stop it. But they didn't. You know why? Because it's stupid. First of all, they're not even mummies. They were they were petrified beings that were in diatomaceous earth clay, which is a natural clay that it's used for purification purposes, mainly in swimming pools. But you can use it in a lot of different things. But I think I have a video of an examination of this. Hold on. But that's my point. It's not real. Jeremy Corbell's, I don't have to show you. Jeremy Corbell, fake, not real, right? Not fake, but just wasn't what he said it was. Next, let's do it. We go into the Miami aliens. The proof was never established. It never was a thing. I think that was a psyop that our government saw an opportunity to just go along with it and have people in government. Maybe they were all police in Miami. I don't know. But it seemed like there was a game being played with the public with that Miami thing. Because all of the witnesses that I saw, just about 7 or 8, 10 of them, whatever it was, were all clean cut, didn't have any body piercings, tattoos on their face, hands, or visible. That to me seems like too much of a coincidence. And they were all in their early 30s, very prime of their lives. None of them were out of shape looking, right? It looks like they could run a 6-minute mile. So I call that the PSYOP of 24, which started on New Year's Eve 23. That was such bullshit. Then, you want to get into the next fake thing? Let's not forget the alien that crashed in Vegas. Probably the most talked about one of all last year. And what did it happen? No, it happened 23. Yeah. It was still the story that kept popping up. And what did we find out about it? A lot of, we don't know, a lot of who shot John, right? A lot of he said, she said. A lot of shadow play and I think manipulation of the video, because there was a video. You know how they tried to say there was that shadow that popped in? Oh, there's gone. Like it was cloaking. The alien was cloaking. There's another video that shows that a little different perspective, but from that side of the fence, and you don't see it. Oh, maybe it was just that camera. Nah, tomfoolery. And that probably is the weirdest thing. That case alone, it seems cut and dry, like it's really easy to figure out, right? The cops didn't get they went over to the house. There was no crash. There was no disruption in the dirt, the soil. Everything was normal looking. Okay? Nobody saw, they did what they said they saw. Something moving in the background, 8 to 10 feet tall. But nobody walked up to it. Nobody was brave enough to get out there and go to it. Why? I think somebody should have. That was the biggest issue I had with that whole thing. Why didn't you just walk up? He's in your backyard. What are you doing in my backyard, Eze? Yo, I don't care if you're 20 feet tall. Get out. Bounce. None of that. All we got was 911. I got something in the backyard. I think it was a crash, a UFO, and 8 to 10 feet. You're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it. An 8 to 10 foot tall alien in the backyard. I know it's crazy, right? But can you send an officer out, please? No, I'm serious, not a joke. Oh, no. Yeah, I know. Oh, and the cop comes over. We saw a light in the sky at the same time. You said that he was a white guy. Same time you said there was a meteor and that was the ship. It was crashing. Where's the ship? Where's the crash site? Man, made it disappear, Ese. Why do you keep bringing up your book report? So, bull crap. All of these stories are weak and they have no proof. But the media went along. He's not real. What about that guy? What about that lady? What about her? We just talked about it last week or so. All right, what about those several instances where people on aeroplanes were saying, an alien right next to me and I don't know what, but I can't stay on this flight, please. Right? That happened. But what was missing See, those people on the airplanes, this is why it's fake, because this is what they should have done. Record it. Record it. Ricky, record it. Nobody did that. They just talked about it. Why? Because it's not real. He's not real. You guys are all there witnesses to the whole thing. You see it. I am getting to the chat. Apostate plus text throws down $5 and says with a smile and a smirk like the cat that just swallowed the canary, disclosure is imminent for $5. Hey, you can say whatever you want for $5, yo. Thank you very much. Thank you, Apostate plus tax. You don't even need a license. Thank you. APT throwing down a $5. Disclosure is imminent. You see what he did there? Lou Elizondo, imminent. Hello. Very smart. Good humor. Very smart. Hey, what do you say there, Snapple Puss? Dark Hour Paranormal's in the house. One of the greatest mini golfers you'll never meet. There he is. Yeah. Keep it to yourself there, Mr. Putter. Jammer Travels made it. How you doing, Chief? Mr. D.B. Cooper, 7 says, this is my opinion, our government, mixed with a couple of weird reports, a lot of shadow. What does that say? Play. A lot of shadow play. Si, senor. Maybe I should move this up here. Let's try that. Thank you for that. Question. This is from Rich Leadfoot. What will a UFO be called once disclosure happens and they've been identified? Helicopter, plane, glider, airship, spaceship, space voyager? We will probably call them That was a really good question. I want to keep calling them UFOs, right? IFO, identified flying object. I know it's silly. Did you see the IFO? See, at least we know what it was when we say IFO, because we're letting people know it used to be the UFO, but now it's an IFO. This way we know it's the alien ships we're talking about. Not the drone, right? Not the balloon, the helicopter plane, whatever. It's a good question, Rich. Leadfoot. Reg. I said Reg. Reg. I don't know. Look at the object. Good question, though. Thank you for that one. Something so simple. You've investigated the sheet. Did Jammer Travel? Let's see. I know there was some other. The only weird thing about the Miami mall situation was with the Quartets. If you reversed it, it would end up in Antarctica, if you remember. Oh, the coordinates? I don't remember that. That is weird. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, it never happened. It wasn't real. Nobody got anything on camera with all those people running around. All it was a New Year's Eve, a bunch of people, couple of kids. I guess somebody tried snatching a bag, a purse, something. A robbery was in action. Who the hell knows? But maybe it was a fight. And there was a scuffle going on. And then people started running. I guess somebody said, a gun, and everybody took off running. And then somebody said aliens. And then they said, oh, wait, we can make a viral video out of all these people running in the 45 cop cars lining the streets, because the cop cars were there for crowd control, as we found out the next morning from an auditor, from a video I just coincidentally watched that night of an auditor seeing, that morning, all of the cop cars. And he saw a couple of officers just chilling in their cop cars. Streets were lined with them. He goes, what are you guys doing here? He had no idea about the Miami alien thing that went on that night. He had no idea. He woke up, saw the cops. You know what I mean? He went out there and and the cops said, oh no, we were just here for crowd control and stuff like that because of the New Year's Eve festivities. And we also had to make sure we had enough people here. So we called everybody, something like that. And the auditor's like, no shit, man, everybody. So that's how we know it was nothing. So what does that tell you? I just gave you 6, 7 examples that were supposed to be extremely good examples of evidence that UFOs and aliens exist. And we know UFOs exist, duh, but I mean from aliens. So when we're talking about that, that's what we always mean. It is a weird thing. Let's see. Yeah, there's always misidentification in ufology. Totally. That's why people do what they do, because they know you're not going to get your camera and go outside to figure it out and wait for the plane to come by or wait for the shooting star or wait for the drone. Nobody wants to. Only a true ufologist would spend that much time outside waiting for evidence to pop up. You never know what you're going to see. You go out there with the hopes you're going to catch the mothership every day. Then as the days go on, you just hope to get, all right, a couple of objects. Then, 10 hours into it, you're like, hey man, anything will do. Just give me a flash, a spot. I don't care, a dot. And then when that doesn't happen, you go back inside, you smoke your bowl, and then you cry. People see reflections and think it's an orb transforming all the time. Green fireball and then saw aliens. That kid. Yeah, I don't believe him either, that kid in Vegas, the Vegas aliens. His dad even said, that's what they say, pointing to his son like, that's what these shitheads say. It's true. And that's true too. People don't sky watch. Going outside and spending 20 minutes is an eternity. It is. Just doing this. See, that 30 seconds almost killed the show. 12 to 14 hours and a few times nonstop. 48-hour session. Yeah, it's true. It's fun if you're passionate about it. And I always listened to Sirius Satellite Radio when it was coming up, when it was on. Howard Stern kept me alive. Yes, the show welcomes you. I cannot believe that's how much it is to get across into Manhattan now. When I lived there, it was 55 cents when I moved in 79. Wow. All right, I'm moving on. So, all those examples I gave you, then we have the hearings on top of that. And the hearings that they gave us were awful. It was from third-hand whistleblower. Let's just cut to the chase. They're not whistleblowers unless you have a first-hand account. When you're David Grush, as Elizondo calls him, when you're Grush Grush, you're a tattletale. You're committing treason. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about because you didn't see it. You just read and heard about it. It's from people that I know. And you trust them, the ones who are reallocating funds and lying to the people of America? It's all for the greater good. Oh, all for the greater good. What good is it that you're going out in a hearing and you don't even tell us everything you know, and you're not even a first-hand account whistleblower? Why are we even talking to you? And that was the question everybody had on their mind after they thought about it. And then he got shit for it. And he's like, I don't understand why people are so upset. I'm telling them there's bodies. I'm telling them there was pilots, whatever and we have things in our possession. Everything we already knew. Nothing new is what we've been getting since forever. But since the Lou crew came in 2017, nothing. Everything is an illusion. Everything is a threat. There's no threat. There's no illusion. It is what it is. Believe your eyeballs, folks. Believe your ear holes. Everything you're seeing and hearing is the truth. Our government lies to us. They have to. I know that's a tough pill to swallow. I'm okay with it. I don't want China or Russia or any adversary to know what we have in our arsenal. I'm okay with not knowing because I know. No, let me rephrase that. I'm okay with the government not admitting to it 100% and showing us. Because everybody knows. But we don't. And now here's something you're not going to like. We know nothing. I know. All I can tell you is do your own research. That's it. You do your own research and you don't have to worry about what anybody says. Right? Right? Not even a pilot. You would think a pilot, and I'm not sure how old this video is. Check out a pilot who went on, I think this is like a year old, but somebody's saying this is new. A brave commercial pilot tells the truth about seeing UFOs while in the air. We need more people to step forward like this.
Until last night, I have never believed in UFOs or any sort of mythical, hypothetical, non-factual idea in my life. But last night, I went on my first red-eye trip.
I'm sorry, Thor. Can you imagine the life this guy's living, how boring he must be? Well, he is a pilot. I mean, not pilots are awfully funny people. They really are. I know a few pilots. They're the craziest. They're like car salesmen in this uniform. So don't be shocked when you hear how stupid he talks, the way he sounds. But I forgot what I was going to say. Sorry, Thor.
Trip from Vegas to North Carolina, and on the way I saw some unexplainable things that have really started to make me think that maybe I don't know as much as I thought I knew. So now I'm here thinking, are UFOs real? I've never had that thought in my life. So I was flying with this captain and he told me over the last 8 months he has been seeing some things in the atmosphere that just haven't made sense. And lo and behold, in front of my eyes, we see these flying objects. These objects, first, they're bright like stars, but then they can, in an instant, fade out into nothing, or they can get dimmer and dimmer, and they move like they are moving around, not like a satellite, where a satellite moves in like on an axis or in orbits in rotation, right? These things are moving like super quickly. They're coming and going, getting brighter and dimmer, and they're at an altitude that's way higher than airplanes can be at. So for me, I live in the very real world where everything has an explanation. But what I saw last night could not be explained. The captain said it's been the past 8 months that he's been seeing these things. He said that other pilots have noticed these at night. He says they're more towards like the eastern seaboard of the United States. So you see them more flying west to east versus east to west. He said you can still see them going east to west, but most of the time going east. And we both don't know what they are. He's gotten a couple pictures of them and how they've shifted positions in like mere seconds, which, you know, at first glance.
Guys, while you're listening to this, what's going through your minds? You want to know what's going through mine? This guy memorized a script. Hear me out. He might not even be a pilot, because what he's doing is he's telling us things that are really weird. Like, oh, and they're mainly coming from the eastern seaboard. Like, why would you say that? Well, that is a very strange statement to make. I think this guy is trying to corroborate for the government's lies. Okay? That's what I think is going on. He's giving us information nobody asked for. It's very strange. He's setting it up so the mainstream media can knock it out and use this guy's footage to corroborate their lies. That's what I see. It's very, very obvious to me that's what's going on. But hey, if I'm wrong, I don't know.
You would think maybe these are stars, or maybe they are a satellite, but then they
see, he's going over everything. Well, could they be stars? Could they be satellites? Could they be balloons? And planes don't go this high. He's saying everything that you, American Joe and Jill, have questions about. He's answering your questions without hearing them, because the government doesn't want to talk about it. So why not pay somebody to talk about it for you? Have it be a pilot. People trust pilots. Everybody loves a pilot. Respected around the world over. For the most part, they are. Right? And that's what I see here. Just another player. Another cog in the government wheel of lies.
just start moving around and flying in formations like crazy in the middle of the night. And they come and go. I saw about 15 of them in the span of an hour, and sometimes 4 at a time, 1 at a time. It's just wild. So me, I'm still a skeptic. I think there has to be an explanation. I don't know if there's just things out there that's happening that, you know, the general public's just not aware of. Maybe it could be military activity.
Answers that question. Maybe it's military. No, I'd probably say maybe it's adversaries.
I don't know. But do you guys believe in UFOs? Do you guys believe in maybe even aliens?
Now ask everybody the big questions and get a poll going, and the government can have more information on it. See?
I don't know. I've never ever had these thoughts.
Where's his name? Where are the typical jewelry we see associated with the pilot's shirt or outfit or clown costume?
In my life until last night. So I've definitely have some thinking and exploring to do. Let me know what you guys think. Are aliens, UFOs, the unnatural real?
The unnatural? When did he slip that in? He just slips that in, right? I want you to listen to this.
We live in the very real world where everything has an explanation.
He says, I live in the real world where everything has an explanation. Can you imagine being the boyfriend or girlfriend of this guy? Can you imagine? Mary, the towels are a bit off by 1/4 of an inch. Fix it! We will have nothing out of place. Everything must be in its place. The universe is in its place. Put those towels in their place, Mary. Right? I live in reality where everything has an explanation, he says. Sorry, Charlie. Reality means there isn't an explanation for everything. That's why this guy is a government shill getting paid to fake pilot himself into the American people's minds. I don't like it. I think that's bullshit. I don't trust him. I don't care. And he's doing it in a hotel room? Screw you. There were 2 queen-size beds behind him. You see, that's how they do it. That's how they play. That's how they get the narrative out there. They make believe that these are real people, just like 4 out of 5 dentists surveyed recommend to their patients who chew gum not to chew gum. Why wouldn't 5 out of 5 recommend? Who's that 4th guy? Who's that one dentist that it's, hey, you know what? It's okay. All the sugar you want, right? Who is that guy? Give me a break. 5 out of 5. That's what we got here. We have the 4th. We've got the government is that one person who won't recommend chewing gum to their patients who chew gum. I said that right? That's our government. Yeah, we know there's 100 drones flying overhead, but there's no threat. How do you know? Odds? You want a little nostalgia in your life? I know you guys are going to love this. A young Jacques Vallée. Yep, you heard it. Young. He's got brown hair, maybe black. It's his, regarding the encounters with the UFO phenomenon back in the 70s and 80s. People are describing a technology, he says, but around that technology, there are really a number of psychological and psychic effects associated with it. God, I love that. I really do. And then Vallée discusses the reality of UFO waves throughout the globe. Replace wave with flap. And you can then see that the current UFO drone mass sightings are not a new phenomenon. All right. Do you see what they are telling you? You're an idiot. They're saying you're an idiot, I'm an idiot. We're idiots. Because drones are UFOs now. Did you know that? Did you know that? Yeah. That's right. Drones are UFOs. They said it. Yeah. UFO drone mass sightings are not a new phenomenon. Yeah. Talking about UFO waves throughout the globe, comparing it to our UFO. Look, it even right next to each other. UFO drone. Right next to each other, guys. They are now trying to replace drone with UFO and UAP. They are trying their hardest to make people think that they're talking about UFOs when they're drones. Do you see the insanity in that? They're not just saying they're not just saying drones. The drone incursion, they're saying the UAP drone incursion. Which means what? Either they don't have real UFOs, right? They don't have the real stuff to show us. So they brought out dressed up drone technology and are having some fun with it. And they're trying to slip in, and they have successfully, the acronym UAP, making you think there's a UFO flap. It hurts to even think about. This is, I don't know what they call it, but it's misinformation or disinformation or both. But the information's wrong. And it's so wrong nobody's saying anything because it's blatant and everybody thinks it's the norm. Oh yeah, those UFO drones. That's what everybody's saying. The UFO drones. I can't. I'm really. I'm so sorry. It makes me so angry. Let me just show you Needle Nose over here. Jacques Vallée talking his bullshit. I never liked this guy from day 2. Day 1, I didn't know him that well. Day 2, forget about it.
A technology, but there are really, around the technology, there are a number of psychological, and if you will, even, let's use the word psychic effects associated with it. One of the most important findings that has been made about this phenomenon is that it is global in scope. In other words, it doesn't belong to the French or the Americans or the British. There have been waves of sightings, usually lasting about a few weeks or a month and a half, over in very concentrated fashions in certain areas of the world. There have been such waves in Western Europe in 1954, for example. In this country in 1947, we know of waves in the Soviet Union, in China, in Australia, especially in Western Australia. And what is typical about these waves is that the people from all these different cultures around the world are describing the same thing in their own terms. What they are describing is an object that seems to be able to maneuver, seems to be a technology, seems to come to the ground and leave traces. And there have been rings, especially, that have been found, burned circles that have been found very commonly in Australia that are absolutely identical to things that have been catalogued in this country, in France. There is now a catalogue of such traces that encompasses more than 1,000 sightings.
Okay, I'll fix the screen in a second. So my question is, ladies and germs, why isn't anybody giving us a lot of trace evidence to the drones? There should be a ton of it, right? Get rid of that. There should be a ton of it with this happening every day. It hasn't stopped for over 2 months. After Hurricane Milton, it started very slowly right after Hurricane Milton. All right, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat room. Not much. Not much here, not much here. Our government geniuses can't figure it out. California used to be an island. Why can't they put out a fire? Oh, yeah, let's go to that. GG, welcome to the show. Good point. I'm going to bring up a video about the fire. I was going to brush over that. Here we go. It is amazing. This video doesn't have a lot. It's more visual than people talking, but it is devastating what they're letting. I don't know if they're letting it happen, but many of us have been to Santa Monica. Hate to see this happen. Was it a drone? See, that's the thing people are talking about now. Because they're using drones in the Ukrainian war, they're thinking that the drones are going to start dropping out of the sky and doing stuff like this, creating fires, maybe have a bomb attached to it. Right? There's drones out there. Now, I can buy a kit for about $35 that attaches to my drone, and I don't know how it works, but you can carry stuff and then press a button and release it. So I can now deliver a package, maybe a mile or two away with ease. And it could be a package with nefarious intent, and nobody would, well, I can't say nobody would know where it came from, but let me tell you this. If you're dropping it from the sky, how are they going to know? How are they going to know? Well, my thing is, what they're going to start doing is looking at the FAA and drones that were in the area. They're going to start doing that. That's why it doesn't pay to be a criminal. Look at that. Oh my God. Holy mackerel. That puts it into perspective. Jeez. Wow. Oh. Why do people have to be like that? So what's the nefarious intent behind this? I don't know. I really don't know. Fires happen all the time. I'm surprised there aren't more, to be honest. Here we go. I got a video, another one. Oh, wait. I'll just show you James Woods for 12 seconds here, the actor.
Evacuate. We've got a lot of planes going over, dropping water, but standing in my driveway getting ready to evacuate.
Ugh, poor guy.
We've got a lot of planes going over, dropping
Wow. Oh, God.
water, but
Oh. Look at that, guys. Oh. It's a terrible feeling. When I thought Hurricane Milton was coming and I thought my house, and it was very close to taking down, like a house right across the street had the roof ripped off of it. If the winds were any stronger, I could have lost my house. That feeling and those thoughts kept going through my mind. And then the thoughts that go through your mind, it's not just that you lose your stuff. It's just that you're put out on other people and asking for help. And then do you know that house across the street? They still haven't fixed the roof. It's the garage roof, but it's pretty big. I mean, it's not small. Yeah, it's still in shambles 2 months later. 3 months now. October 9th. November, December, January 7th. 3 months. So it's scary. I can't imagine all my stuff burning, and I don't have much. It's just the thought of it. Okay, check this out. I'm going to show you another video of why we just need to tell the public yes or no on the aliens. Here's another.
Es un triángulo.
Did you get a picture of it before you?
I mean, come on. Does that look real to anybody? What is he doing to it? He's defacing it. What is he doing? Let's just rub and pick on it. This is why I know this can't be real. There's no way you would do that to historical, half alien, half human being. You pick at it like it's got a scab on its forehead? Are you kidding me?
Would you put this on his forehead and Josh can take a picture for me? Or
Yeah, why didn't he do it on the top of the head?
Okay, for you.
Gotta do right in the front.
just as long as we identify him.
Yep.
Yeah, you know who that is? That's Mr. Emoji. What's that guy's name from The Karate Kid? Mr. Miyagi.
Do you think it's some royalty or?
Oh yeah, with feet like that, that's definitely royalty, you schmohawk.
I don't know. Es de la realeza.
And this guy's coughing all over his stupid gloves, and then he's touching and picking at it. Oh, I can't. I just can't.
¿Por eso tienen esto o es?
Oh my God. Oh my God. I am so... Oh my God. What is he doing?
Pero no es un triángulo, ¿sí?
No, es irregular.
Oh, wow. Gigi. I have to admit, that is extremely clever that is why I could. It kind of does. That's hysterical to me. And sad. And we shouldn't laugh. Well, we're into the portion of the show in about 13 minutes. We'll see if it doesn't look like we're going to reach the goal. We're not even halfway. But, we needed 10 supers to get to that target. But that's okay. Let me see if... I tell you what. Even if I get a Cash App or a PayPal, I'll count that. But no. But you can help support Truthology for Ufology with the Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. If you like supporting the truth as we see it. So, now, as we move along in this field, what else did they tell us along with all the other fake and disinfo and misinfo that they've given us since 2016? Anybody? Holy shit, I just lost my train of thought. Oh my God. Oh my God. It'll come back. It'll come back. Wow, I can't believe I forgot. All right, I'm going to play this clip. It'll come back. Oh, right. I remembered. The psychic. They were trying to tell us there's some sort of psychic connection that you can have. The government was saying this. Elizondo even came out and said he and his friends, his boot buddies, remote viewed a terrorist while he was sleeping and killed him in his sleep. Yeah, that's the Lou I know. Let me take that back. That's the Lou I think I know. Again, these are just opinions mixed in with Lou's facts. But the government, tried telling us that they're demons. And what else did they say? We don't have free will. We have this is what they said, that we don't have we have the illusion of free will. We don't have free will. Dude, add on everything on top of this. And oh my God, we have put up with a lot of nonsense for the last 8 years, 7, 8 years. We have put up with so much nonsense. It's embarrassing. And where's the evidence for everything they mention? There isn't any. That's the beauty of the threat, the government, and ufology. You can make and do anything you want. And if you don't believe it, you don't believe it. But guess what? You could be outed as a jerk if you don't believe the lie. How could you say the government would do that, Rich? They wouldn't lie. They wouldn't take out their own people. Well, now that's a gullible person. According to documents from 1988, the CIA was trying to remote view a galactic federation base near Lake Titicaca. There is a CIA document about it as well. Link will be in the comments, not these, but here we go.
Look up where the Galactic Federation headquarters is at. And he talks about the surroundings. It's on our world. And there's these huge mountains, and then there's a giant lake. The guy says it seems a lot like Lake Titicaca in Peru. He entered this chamber, and there's this hallway, and in the middle of this room was this altar. All of a sudden, from above, there was this beaming white light, and there was a group of entities standing in white robes. He said it seemed very spiritual, religious. He didn't know how to describe it. In 2000, Italian archaeologists discovered at the bottom of Lake Titicaca was this ancient temple.
No way.
That really matched up with this CIA document. It's also the highest lake in the world.
What would be significance to that?
The Bible talks about how if there was this fallen angel civilization high in the mountains and like we're above destruction, for like God to flood it and be like, you're not beyond my reach.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. What are you going to do? I have so many videos we're going to run through in a minute. I have a lot of good videos and I'm going to run through them quickly. But I do have a remote viewer who is going to explain to us what reality is. Because what better way to learn about reality than a remote viewer? Not a theologian. No. Not a scientist. No, sirree. How about a psychiatrist? No. How about, no. This guy. I mean, when you look at this guy, you see education written all over him. For remote viewing, that is. In 3, 2, go.
Reality is then. A few minutes ago, you said people think this is the reality. What is it?
Yeah, the closest I've heard it's come to it is if you could imagine being in a small room like 10 by 10 by 10.
Which is every day of my life.
Yeah.
Right? Dark hour.
And it was filled with tiny little bubbles that big. I mean, just filled with them. And each of those bubbles is another existence of a world or a reality. And we are consciously in our decision making, even the decisions we make, which are totally unconscious,
just like Men in Black,
jumping from bubble to bubble to bubble to bubble. And
just like the movie Men in Black.
Not in a continuum. They're not interconnected. We may be in this little bubble back in this right-hand corner near the floor. And that one decision puts us up in the upper left corner near the ceiling in another tiny bubble. The mistake we make is it's the exchange of all the information in those bubbles by all the consciousness bouncing around in all those bubbles. It is like this holistic understanding for what reality is. We assume that everything we do that someone else does is exactly the same. That's not. What? And
what? Hold on. I don't understand that. Listen.
It's exactly the same. That's not.
Hold on.
Everything we do that someone else does is exactly the same.
Everything that we do that somebody else does is exactly the same. So he's telling me that I'm wrong when I say, oh yeah, somebody thinks the same way. He's telling me that's wrong. Right?
We assume that everything we do that someone else does is exactly the same. That's not. And you see that in every single thing that happens with a human. But one of the most obvious and easiest for me to talk about would be observation. Witness statements are terrible.
Sure.
You can have a 3-second event in a crowded room. If there's 20 people in that room, you get 20 different stories in reporting it. And the reason why is we come from our intellect is born out of different cultures, different training, different customs, different teachers, different beliefs, different. And you can go on with different till the cows come home. But we assume everybody sees, smells, tastes, feels, hears the exact same thing we did. That's a mistake. And
now I see what he's saying. Okay, that makes sense. So he didn't word it right until now. But what he's saying is not everybody sees the same things as you. You could be outside and watch a meteor shower and a red streak will go across the sky. And then somebody asks you, can you describe the red streak? Somebody's going to say it was, it kind of was like really thin and it had a short tail. And I think I saw sparks coming off. And the other person's going to say, yeah, it was kind of blurry-ish looking. And it was really interesting. Like I didn't even see any sparks coming off of it. Total opposite. Why is that? It's weird because one person doesn't remember exactly what they saw, so they're filling in the blanks with an assumed lie. You're going to assume it's the truth because they're telling it to you, but assume they're lying. This is why I've always told you, people are the worst at remembering. I'm terrible. My memory's getting worse and worse. But a camera never lies. Go.
Until you start understanding that you're kind of victimizing yourself by living in a world where you think everybody thinks like you are. You're missing some stuff. I hate to tell you. And that's provable. There's observational things, tasting things, hearing. Every sense the human has can be fooled.
Okay, so we get it. Basically, everything reality is individual perspective, right? And it's true. I just watched a show. I don't know what it was, segment on this show about virtual reality and how many realities that there could be, and are we a base reality? And Elon Musk and others say that if there are computer-generated simulation realities, we are far away from being a base reality. We are maybe the 1,000th or the 1,000,000th copy from a base reality. See, that scares me. Because everything in the universe, everything here at home, reality is all based in math. I'm not a math expert or anything. I can't remember the equations that they named for what I'm trying to explain. But it is really amazing how the human DNA, our body, the makeup of everything else around us, all are equal. Like we all have this, 359, this pattern in us. I don't know how to explain it, but the numbers all pan out with flowers, with you name it, mountains. It's crazy. Insects, even animals like, spots on a leopard, stripes on a tiger. All those things are part of an equation. That's why people think, some scientists think, and it's a lot of scientists think that we might be in a simulation. Which brings us to why it is possible. Thoughts create things. And if thoughts can create things, then why can't thoughts be heard by other things that can hear thoughts? Are we evolving, and have we evolved to the point of where we could mind read pretty much each other, animals? I'm not talking like an empath. I'm talking serious. I hear you. I feel what you're saying is an empath. But throw in the words with it, well, now we have confirmation, and that would be weird. That's where we're heading, apparently. I still don't believe it. I don't. Nope. Because nothing proves it. Nothing. First of all, I need a psychic that is 90% accurate, not 50. 90. Anybody could be 50. Why do you think mentalists are so good? Well, magicians. It's just a smarter way to call yourself a magician. I don't know why people don't like magicians. Very disrespected in the entertainment community because it's a trick. It's not real. Yeah, but the way they do it, you can't tell how it's done. You think it's real magic. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but you'll never know. No, there's people who debunk it. They show how they did it. It takes years of practice. It took this guy 20 years to perfect this one card trick. He's the only one who can do it. It's amazing to me. It really is. That's a talent. All right, so remote viewer says reality is not real. And it is. Basically, he's saying reality is what you make of it. And if that's the case, and thoughts can create things because reality, we're all connected, maybe it's true. Maybe we don't have free will. Maybe, just maybe, the technology that's being beamed at us from the moon is giving us the free will to do things we never thought we could do. Huh? I'm serious. Maybe there's a technology out there that's thousands of years old from these beings, and they beam down to us our own thoughts. And they're motivating us. That's why we don't have free will. You think you do, but you don't. Well, you do when you're picking out your clothes and making your breakfast. What are you going to eat? What are you going to wear? Where am I going to drive to? They decide where you're going to drive to. The big things, who you're going to meet, how you're going to act, whether or not you're going to get that job. They're the ones. That's why you hear a lot of people say, just wasn't meant to be. Oh, it's not in my cards today. It's true. It's true. And I know it works because I've done it, but I stopped doing it and I want to get back into doing thoughts create things because I believe if that reality exists, it's a secret we should all be sharing with each other so we could live longer, live prosperous, and be happy. Because what is happiness? Whatever you want it to be, man. Whatever you want it to be. Whatever you want. All right. Let's zip through some of these videos real quick. You know what I can do? I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Let's get them all ready. Right? Nah. All right, here we go. Too much work. Watch this. Do you remember these?
Normally I'd say solar balloon, but I do not know what the fuck that is.
That yes, it is a solar balloon, folks, that this person is acting like there's something magical going on.
Balloon. That thing just manifested right there. I was watching.
But he is exaggerating the way it is with the green. This type of recording makes it stand out, makes it look more, threatening, for lack of a better word. This is...
Fuck?
Hey!
It's going into the cloud. It's disappearing. It's gone.
No, it didn't.
It's gone. It's whatever it is, it's gone.
Is it? Am I wrong?
It's disappeared. It's in
Where'd
the
it go?
Yeah.
See? They stopped it. Now, I'm not buying it. It's a solar balloon. Do you remember Fat Fuck Tony? Yeah. He used to say that those were UFOs too, and too many people caught on to him. What a loo. Did you know there were over 200 cattle that went missing on a ranch, right? And nobody knows where they went. There were no footprints. showing them leading, getting let off, being uploaded. It's like they just disappeared. Check this out. I was shocked, and yet I wasn't.
Sudden disappearance of 180 cows. We first talked about this yesterday.
Yeah, very strange. So the cows were last seen right here on that plateau, stretching across Montrose, Delta, San Miguel counties. But the Montrose County Sheriff's Office says there's too much snow where the cattle went missing to investigate on the ground. The ranchers have reported that they've flown over top and found no trace. But the lack of evidence leaves deputies thinking that there could be foul play. Ranchers say they wouldn't be surprised either.
The reason that we are leaning towards that they were stolen was the lack of the ranchers finding any carcasses or anything like that.
You know, wrestling isn't a thing of the past. They're worth a lot of money. You know, a finished beef can be worth $3,000 at the sale barn. You can't watch them all the time.
Altogether, the cattle are worth at least $300,000.
Wait a minute. 180 something cattle allegedly disappeared without a trace during the drone show. Does anybody here smell conspiracy theory? Come on, guy. You got to do better than that. How come there were no cameras? How come? Huh? Yeah. Go find cattle. What? I don't know. Here's the next one. I said we need to fly through these, and we do. We've got a bunch. Here we go. This is a 10-second one. What's going on? Did they get the call to leave? And this is from Boston. Come on. Really? What's going on? What's this? No. The Secret, yep. So what's going on here? What's going on? How fast that one was. So, for those of you who have drones, you know that is extremely fast to go up, to gain altitude. I think this might be one of these objects multiplied several times, dimmed out, and placed in other parts of the screen to make it look like many objects were leaving planet Earth. I think this is faked, but I could be wrong. And if I am, what would it be then? What is this? I mean, really? And that many in this little area? Do you know what that means? There's got to be millions of them around the planet. I don't know. But you see, that's weird. There's no explanation for it. The news didn't even say a word. Nada. Next! All right, this is the weirdest one of the night, day, whatever. Unveiling the truth. No. New sightings are sparking debates among UFO hunters and enthusiasts worldwide. Could this be the evidence we've been waiting for? Dive into the UFO files and uncover the mystery. See, when they do something like that and they make it sound like we're in the middle of watching a TV show or about to or whatever, then I am automatically skeptical. Watch. This is stupid. It's lassoing. I don't understand. Did it lasso? Is that what we're seeing? A lasso around the UFOs? All right. Are you convinced? I mean, seriously. Stupid is, stupid does. That's all I can say about that. All right, I'm going to give you a little break. I want you to listen to This guy. Danny Sheehan. Go.
Prohibiting us from publishing something. And he said, I'm just not going to argue with you, he said, about semantics. He said, I'm just, as a courtesy, I'm letting you know we're going to be going there. And I said, well, we're awfully busy over here right now, as you might imagine. And in that particular case, it was Southeast Asia. But bottom line is, I studied about it at Harvard College.
Thank you, Derek.
Understand all the details of how that thing came to pass and what was going on there. So
in the 60s.
In the 60s, that's right. So I did part of my junior essay on Vietnam. And ended up becoming the chief research assistant for Professor Jerome Cohen, who was the head of the International Law Department at Harvard, writing a major book against the war in Vietnam. So I knew all about this. And so when I came out of law school and
all right, you know what? I thought it was going to be a little bit interesting. Next, check this out. Listen to what I'm saying. Box-shaped UAP spotted over Bangkok. A bizarre box-shaped UAP was reportedly filmed by a passenger on a commercial flight over Bangkok, Thailand on November 15th, 2024. What could this mysterious object be? Here we go. So cute. Boop. Boop. What do you think it is? Like, why would a square be floating in the sky? I'm going to give you an answer. This is a balloon, and you can literally see the roundness. It's not perfect, but it's almost as if this is painted on. It might be. But what bothers me about this is it's not tumbling, spinning. It's going in a straight line, maintaining its verticality, right? It's maintaining. It is interesting. Very interesting. That's pretty wild. Yeah, I don't know. Did they prove this wrong? It's a flying box. It's cubing, yeah. It's a flying Lego. Cube. I don't know, man. It's pretty wild. What's up, Venthril? How are you? Welcome to the show. This show, that's right. If I had a UFO, why would I fly it right up to a jet and wave at them? Yoo-hoo. If I had a UFO, I would fly right up to a jet and wave at them. Yoo-hoo! Want a race? Want a race? Yeah. Do you remember those guys that were flying in their suits that had rockets on them next to the jets? Talk about jetpack guys. That was cool. That was like a couple of years ago. Next. Okay. I wanted to show you. So this is apparently happening again in Vegas. Aliens. Real alien in Las Vegas is the question in the breaking news. Terrifying reports from Vegas claim an alien was spotted in a residential area. Witnesses called the police to report its presence. Could this be real? Watch it before it gets deleted. Why would anybody delete it? See, that makes me think you know it's fake.
It's on your property.
Can't play the music. I don't care about the 9-way. Yeah, the laws and I'm gonna. Oh, this is silly. We've seen this before. This monster here. This is faked, obviously. But doesn't it look like Jaime Maussan's Moomy Doomy kind of? Looks like a woman. Actually, she's kind of hot. Kind of exotic. Yeah? Look at those long fingernails. Man. What's up, y'all? How you doing, huh? Yeah. My name's Rishi G. You want to come with me? I love your buck tooth. Yeah. I love your white, shiny eyes and that big bridge in your nose and that flat top. Yo, you be fresh. Yeah. Yeah, now don't be farting. Everybody going to see your farts. Did you hear about the guy at the Vatican, I think it was, who got arrested for farting? Yeah. In the video, you could see the gas come out his buffoon, and he got arrested and sent to jail for farting in public. Yeah, why are the aliens always... You want to know why they're always naked? They're free, man. Don't you get it, man? They're free. They're advanced. They don't know their shit scaring people. They don't know it's not supposed to be out in front of public places. They don't know. They're not privy to our ways of life, let's just say. They're aliens, for cripe's sakes. Oh, I know they should do a crash course on law, but they didn't. You know, give them a break. Yeah, don't fart if you're at the Vatican. No farting. Get in trouble at the Vatican. He is a hippie. He's a hippie-doo-dippy alien. Oh, there's more to the video. Oh, I didn't know. I shut it off. Hold on. Yeah, there was music with it. Shh, I'm okay. Clothing is optional. Oh, that's why they smell. Because they excrete the waste through the skin. Yeah. Makes sense. Hi, Yoga with Denise. Yeah, look at him. Don't be popping a squat. There you go. Make sure nobody's watching. Popping a squatting. Whatever. This lady said she saw 20 orbs and drones. Do you see? Do you see what's going on? All right, calm down. The whole night you've been a little bit crazy. I have been, haven't I? I'm sorry. It's just all day, I didn't, and I thought I was, but I slept. And now I'm awake. I'm a little loopy, though. I must admit. Because I just woke and baked. Wait, what? Go. She saw 20.
7 p.m. in Central Texas. I was walking home from the barn. I've seen a crazy amount of activity.
Look at the dog.
Skies tonight.
Zoom. Then go back to your room where we do it all night. Then you get fright.
Look at the sheer number of them on the horizon. I've seen several.
Biscuit, get back here. Biscuit.
Fly over.
Biscuit's going to come back with no hair.
You can see some of them
hair. Fur. He's going to be balding.
Lots of orbs. Which I just say that because they're really bright.
Yes.
the sky. I've seen flashing ones.
What did I do? Well, I would like to know what I did. We have arrived to the fun part of UFOs. Yeah.
Let me walk
Yeah, for sure.
to the front of my yard.
Well, I guess thank you.
And show you what else I've seen. We're walking back to my front yard.
Oh, we already played this? Oh, this is long. It's 5 minutes.
Lots of stuff in the sky. I mean, this amount of air activity is not normal, and this is just, you know, a snippet of what you're getting in just a minute or two long video. So, like I said, I've been outside since about 5, watched it get dark.
Well, there is a lot of activity, that's for sure.
South facing?
It's a good video. Look at that one moving to the right. Look at that land. Yeah, a lot of land.
And with my naked eye, I see 1, 2,
Naked.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Where's the 20? Oh, look at this. When did they form? Here we go. Is it paused? Sorry.
It's my dog.
There's 1.
Okay, so
1, 2, 3. Look at this.
is facing east.
Oh, it's gone. I want it to be static. Stop bouncing. What is this? Oh, okay.
This is panning back around, coming up on the north where there is a whole bunch back up in the sky.
Wow, oh, wow. Huh? So there's got to be a military base out there. Hill County, Texas.
Again, I'm outside at night.
I hear you, sister.
Every night, tending to all animals.
I'm pulling it up on the old Google Earth.
The last few weeks, it's just never been this.
What is it, Hill County, I said?
No, those lights are not normally there. You know, earlier they were over here. Now they're over here.
All right, let's do this.
Back around.
Here we go. See if there's any military. Independent School District. Meridian Akia School District. She keeps saying, I mean. I mean. School District. Huron School District. Another school district. Army, look, here we go. U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, Akia Dam. So look, there might be something to this. She's counting 18 of them. 19, 20 of them. Look at this. There's nothing here. Oh, it's back here. How weird. I doubt that's it. Yeah, this isn't like a military base or anything. But, you know, it's something. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Video ended with her. So that's, you know, interesting. Doesn't mean anything yet. I mean, I bet you if I look around a little bit longer, I'll find some sort of army base or something in the area. It's Texas. But very funny. Well, oh wait, I think I just saw something here. No, it doesn't really matter that much, but interesting. Interesting. Get rid of that. Close it out. All right, let's look at a couple more sightings. Oh, hold on. There was something else I needed to tell you. Where is this? All right. Hold on. Drones. I think this is it. UFO seen in Russia. I want to see if this is it. No, it is so amazing how many people are using the word drone in their advertisements. They just, people know people are interested, right? Everybody's interested. That's why they're calling them drone UAP. And they're trying to make it seem like they're UFOs. This really bothers me. I'm very, very bothered by this because it's obvious they're doing it. I just don't like it. I think it's not what journalism's supposed to be. It's supposed to be truthful. What is the other words? Doesn't matter. It's not happening. Here it is.
In the fucking trees. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? They're right fucking there, bro.
Sad.
Here, bro. Oh my god, bro.
That looks like it's on a mountain.
Don't move. I'm outside the truck. Don't move.
That looks like there's a mountain in the background.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
You see them, bro? You see them? Over there, bro.
Get me the coordinates.
My heart's pounding. Don't move, please.
Oh, I'm having deja vu, by the way. That's cool. Yeah, it's gone now. Oh my god, that was really short deja vu. There was a change in the matrix. Look, I used to be friends with a guy named Rob Krakowski. He used to have a website called worldblend.net. He was he was more like a scientist / engineer. Very smart guy, but so smart he was stupid and careless. And he thought he could pull the wool over my eyes, and he didn't. And Rob would lie. He actually, one of his videos got so much world attention, it was named UFO Video of the Year by MUFON. When I told MUFON, and I think it was Schuessler at the time I emailed, and told him Rob called me to come over and see it, and it's cars on a mountain during a dust storm. What you're seeing is done in post-production. He added the color. He made it look grainy. But the way it looked, the reason it looks this way is because there was a dust storm and 40-mile-an-hour winds, and two cars were stuck on a mountain, one going up, one trying to come down. The road wasn't big enough, and that's what you see. You see the lights from everything happening on the mountain during the storm. He wrote back, jealousy is an ugly thing, something like that. I'm not interested in having this conversation. And I wrote back, of course you're not, because it's the truth, and you don't want to hear the truth. You just want people to believe anything you tell them. And that was it. And that's why I hate MUFON. Hate him. Hate them. He's gone, of course, for, all the bullshit that came with that guy, but it never ends. It never does. It's so sad. Something as as big as aliens visiting Earth or wanting to visit Earth. And we got people going out there muddying the waters, making believe they know something when they don't. All of their predictions never come true. Anything they say, if challenged, you will be deemed an idiot. And it's really projecting. Everything they say back to you is back to them. Them really is. My thing is, we don't have any evidence. We really don't. Now you're going to tell me, Rich, if this was a murder trial and we needed evidence to create doubt, we have enough evidence for 1,000 cases. Okay, interesting. Yes, there is evidence, trace evidence of something we can't explain because we just don't know. Not right now, but history has proven time after time when we do find out what it is, it's something we smack ourselves in the head and say, how did we not see that? It's that simple. It's difficult. And we also have people who don't want to know the truth because they like living in a world where the possibility still remains that we can have interaction with aliens today. Not them, not me, not you, not anyone I know. But, eventually. Same stories I've been hearing for 20 years, going on 21. So, forgive me for being a little cynical, a little negative, a little pessimistic when it comes to the topic at hand. But I think after 20 years of doing this research, I would have something to say, hey, we got something here. It really looks like, but we don't. We've got moomy doomies that are ridiculous. We've got third-hand whistleblowers, which aren't really whistleblowers. We have hearings with zero evidence, hardly anything, still no first-hand whistleblower. We have stories with no evidence we can't prove from David Fravor and others just like him, right? Elizondo talks in circles, never talks about what he is going to do. There's no evidence he's done anything, no signature, not even a picture of him shaking hands with somebody creating something positive for ufology. Nothing. Forgive me for being a little bit pessimistic and not so optimistic. Forgive me that everything Jeremy Corbell has given this community has actually muddied the waters so much more. We're still trying to find our way out to the top, to breathe. It's bad, and nobody gives a shit. I take it back. We give a shit. It's just when we try to have communications with those other people on that side, they don't want to talk about it. Oh, you're going to get emotional. No, you get emotional. We never do. You're the violent ones. We're not. Lou was the one who said we need to take him out behind the shed and basically, I'm paraphrasing, whip him into shape. Right? Because that's the way he thinks. You got to beat it into him. That's it. Beat it. And now with the drones being called UAP, it's adding insult to injury. It's sad. It sucks. And I hate that 2025 still lingers from 2024. But hopefully when the Trump administration gets moving and there's momentum happening, we will see a more positive change. Something might happen in a positive manner in ufology if the negative doesn't happen before he gets there. We're still climbing the hill, an uphill battle. And the sad thing about it is, it's against our own. We're not fighting against the government, although we are. We're fighting against the people. Geez, I know, I just said it. I guess representing the government is the same thing as being in the government, but like even Danny Sheehan, he's not, is he government? I don't think he's government. No. And then we now have Greer. And I see a little waffling in Greer. Like, I don't know. Like, he's given up, on the way out. Just whatever goes, goes. I don't know. He seems a little different. Can't put my finger on it yet, but I will. Well, we still have an uphill battle to go. Tomorrow's hump day. Those are good days. I like the middle of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because it really is the meat of the sandwich. A hardworking 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. We'll be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, right on time, hopefully. Thank you very much for hanging out. Moderators, super chatters. Yeah, we didn't reach the goal, but we almost got halfway there, and I applaud you for doing what you did. Thank you for the support, because any and everything helps. And thank you, newcomers and veterans, for hanging out, making the chat room a place to be for the evening for at least an hour and a half, 2 hours. Thank you for that. And all those who say, what a relief. Truthology for ufology is real. I heard rumors about truthology for ufology, but it's real.
That's right, brother. It's truthology for ufology. We do it for you.
We do. We do it for you. All right. And with that being said, if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. Alien bless.